What's up YouTube, Braid Hero here. I'm gonna try to explain to you guys why I think the Tester Fox Chat Noir build is probably the better one, or just why I like it more, I guess you could say, would be a better way to put it, because of the plays it can do. The break red turn is very explosive, it nets you so much card advantage, and it gives quite a lot of pressure too. Um, and on top of that, outside of the break red turn, you have a continuous plus engine going on. So I'll explain this to you by starting off first with the break red turn. Usually it's what you want to go for every game because it really sets you up. So just as an example, we'll just set up a field here. Uh, and maybe we'll just have like a booster here as what your field would be on the turn you ride to 3. I'll just leave a random drop zone for the sake of there being one. So at the start of your turn, of course, what you're gonna want to do is be at 4 damage. I'll just randomly have some damage there. So what you're gonna want to do, of course, is start off with a break ride, giving your Vanguard the 10,000 power. I can't tell if you guys can see that, but yeah, so I'm just gonna mark the power boost because this turn can get a little ridiculous. So then an ideal setup is, of course, you're gonna want a Legion, so we're gonna have that there, and then do something like, we'll call a duckbill, and then we'll target that and call a crayon. This is probably my preferred setup on the break ride turn, but it's usually not this this lucky to just get it consistently. Usually I'll have maybe like a Homske or something in the front row instead of this exact setup, but this is personally my ideal field setup. So you're broke ridden, you have the 10,000 from the break ride, and then the break ride skill is now given, or more or less applied to your rear guards. So since I play the crit heavy deck, you just attack with Vanguard for 25, activate his skill, and you're preferably going to target what you're going to retire. So I would target the Researcher Fox, so that would give it a 4,000 boost. So I just mark that as a 1 plus 4,000 on this turn. So after that, you can get your triggers. Whether or not you trigger isn't going to be that big a difference for this video, so we'll just say you didn't trigger, and so your starter, if they no guard you, will also go off. Basically on hit, if it's at generation break 1, which you should be at, because you want to stride at least once before you break ride. That is the most preferable setup. So assuming this hits or not, this can give this another 4,000 if it hits, and when it's, or at the end of turn, retire it and draw a card skill. But let's just say they guarded the Vanguard, so it didn't go off. Actually, just for the sake of the video, we'll say it hit. So this is a 4,000 boost right here, and then after your Vanguard attacks, strat checks, whatever, and on hit, you're just on to your regular turn. So from here is where even more card advantage can get applied. So what you can do is, since you have a Crayon Tiger, you're going to want to attack with the other column first. So we'll just attack. Whether or not you want to boost or not is up to you. If you don't boost now, the second attack will be bigger. So it really depends on your situation. And this already by itself is currently a 7,000 because of the starter skill and the Vanguard skill. So after that, you have your break ride skill, which allows you to give 4,000 to a rear guard. Basically the same thing as a starter, 4,000 and draw retire. So you're basically gonna, assuming this is the field, you're just gonna want to keep spamming it on here, unless you're okay with the Crayon Tiger being retired. I often don't want to retire rear guards that don't have on retire skills. So for the sake of this, we'll just pump here, giving it another 8,000. So it's currently 21 by itself. So attacking the Vanguard for 21 with the skill of the break ride here, And then you're going to want to attack with the other column for 16,000 to the Vanguard, because this has to attack the Vanguard to get its skill off. So then you pay cost, give this another 4,000, another retire to draw skill, giving it that 16,000 power, and then it gets to stand with another 4,000 power, because when this attacks the Vanguard, you give it you can use the break red skill to give it another 4, so that should be 5 because of the 1 from here, 2 from here, 3 from here, 4 from the break red skill from here, and then 5 from Crown Tiger's own skill. So that's 5 boosts, which is a plus 20,000. So this is a 29,000 without trigger boost or anything. And then you can attack boosted, and then use the break red skill again because the rear guard attacked on it. So this is a 6 boosts, 20. That's a plus 24. So that's a 33 plus 7. That's 4,000 without trigger boost. And at the end of the turn, you'll be drawing 6 cards because you duckbill targeted, so that counts as 1, since one of the plus 4,000s was just from this, which doesn't technically draw. So just off of those skills, you'll be drawing 6 cards at the end of the attack. You had quite a decent amount of pressure, and at the end of turn, you'll start to see where it gets even more nutty. So end of turn, skills will start resolving. Since you're broke ridden, you basically start to choose what end of turn effects are going off. So you start off with one of the on retire skills. So we'll just say Crown Tiger, for example, will go off. This will get retired. You can draw a card off of the Crown Tiger skill, and then, like I said, we'll be drawing 6 cards just off of these skills that happen during turn because of Break Ride and the Crown Tiger and the Duckbill. So just for the sake of easiness, we'll draw 1 for the Duckbill, draw 1 for the first attack, 2 for the second attack, 3 for the third attack. So that's already 5 cards. And then we'll draw 1 for the starter. That's 6. And then you also have the Legion skill. So what you're allowed to do here is for the if rear guard gets retired during the turn, you can unflip a damage, and if it is the Legion leader or Legion mate of this Legion, you're allowed to draw a card and then choose 2 rear guards from your drop zone. So preferably you're going to want to send this back, and maybe like a trigger. Send it to the bottom of the deck, and that resolves his skill. So technically you just drew 7 cards that turn, and then on top of that you have the mate skill that was sent back, which sorry, I guess you wouldn't really have to send that specific one back, but since for this example I'll just say that we want a deck thin, so I'll just send another trigger back. So we're going to use his skill because it was retired, so I can counterblast 1 and search another copy of the mate, so you can keep recycling the abilities. And then, so you basically drew like 8 cards, and that's basically the break ride turn, because you also get the 2 twin drafts, so that's basically 10 cards to hand, assuming everything went well and this is your setup. So that's basically how I wanted to explain the break ride turn, and then I'll show you guys just the generic stride turn. If I did mess up something, or like I'm pretty sure I did everything according to the rules, making sure the plays were legal there, but I'm pretty sure that was okay. So we'll just have another setup here. Just say you're a Legion, just have random boosters or something. We won't go too crazy with the duckbills and whatever. So we'll just say you strode, discarding a mini berry. You're already in Legion, and you call 2 mates. So then you're gonna be straightened onto this, and you have this setup. So basically what you want to do is attack with the Vanguard, giving plus 4,000 to each of these rear guards here, which also gives them the on retire skill. So yeah, you're gonna triple drive. Doesn't particularly matter what you triple drive. Starter doesn't matter if it hits or not. We'll just say it doesn't hit this time. So this is just standard here. So after that, what you can do is just attack with your rear guards. Doesn't really matter. End of turn, you choose to send your Vanguard or your G unit back to the G zone first at your first end of turn. And then you use the skill of the Phoenix is the skill of the Phoenix is retire part of its skill at the end of turn, so these will get retired. I'll just have some random damage here. So then you start to choose the order of what you want to trigger. Just have random cards in the drop zone there. So what's gonna happen now is you're gonna choose the order of effects that are going off. So we're gonna, because we have these counterblasts open, we're gonna use one of the mates skills. So we're gonna counterblast one, search whatever you want to search, preferably a mate, but let's just say I wanted to get some stride fodder for next turn, or potentially another rear guard. So we'll search that first, and then we can choose what other skill's gonna go off. So we're gonna choose this skill. Since something was retired, I can unflip a damage, draw a card, and then for continuing resolving this skill, choose 2 rear guards from the 2 units from the drop zone. We'll just say that, and a crit. Send them back to the deck, and then that finishes the first part of his skill. And then now that you have an unflip damage again, you can use the other mate that got retired skill to counterblast, search back the one you just put back, and then have that card back to your hand so you can keep spamming it. It's usually preferable to keep just getting 2 of these back so you can keep doing the combo over and over again. But let's just say that we just wanted to be sure to stride next turn because we didn't have a big berry or big belly in, or a little berry in hand or something. And then we're gonna resolve his skill again, unflip another damage because something got retired, and then we can send back 2 units again. We can send back the mate and another trigger, or we're supposed to draw first and then send the 2 back. And that's basically how you can just net 4 cards to your hand plus triple drive, so that basically you just can keep abusing that. And on top of that, you send back 2 triggers back to the deck that turn. So basically it's a way to toolbox your deck to just become a pile of triggers. Or if you need to send back like perfect guards, or maybe like a Homskate because you ran out, just to have rear guards to attack. But usually you have these as rear guards constantly because of this recycle method. So just keeping that in mind for you guys. But yeah, so the reason why this works is because of the whole, you can choose that this will go back to the G zone at the first start of your, or at the end phase. So that means your Vanguard is now currently in Legion state, which allows you to use your Legion skill. So that's basically why I like the combo so much, because unlike the Guru or Big Belly, you don't have this much plussing going on in the build. I mean, like with Big Belly, you get the +4 on retire thing, but you need to have rear guards that can benefit from that, which is where things like Homskate or this would be coming in handy because they have really good skills on retire. So yeah, that's basically why they're there, and why I feel like this is better, because you can use this Legion skill as long as you strode, or I mean just in general, because you were able to stride and you're able to also abuse this, it just makes it really nutty. So you get triple drive and the benefit of Legion all at the same time. So that's basically the combo. If I messed anything up, or if there are any rulings I messed up on, let me know, but I'm pretty sure all of this works the way I explained it. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys later.